Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to DIDADEE webinar. Firstly, let me introduce myself. I'm Yin Tong from DIDADEE, which is the Executive Director of DIDADEE as well. Today, in this 2-hour webinar, we will be sharing some experience that we see that in China, how that they could recover from COVID-19 and then recover their tourism industry. And maybe this experience can help us to recover our own country tourism industry as well. Of course, in today's 2-hour webinar, because we are a digital marketing agency that help our clients to build the brands and services to China market and Chinese market as well. That's why we have come up with a very attractive promotion price to help you to kickstart to Chinese market if you love to do it within 2021. Okay, so without any further ado, let me firstly welcome our attendees today. We have attendees from Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Philippines, and Indonesia as well. Welcome, everyone. So today I will speak about 1.5 hours. So if my speed is too fast, please feel free to leave me a message in chat so that I could slow down my speed. And also, if you have any question to ask throughout the webinar, always feel free to leave a message in chat or maybe in the Q&A session. And when I see it, I can reply you via live as well. Okay, so without any further ado, let us start our webinar today. So before we start, maybe we will introduce ourselves first to let you know who are actually DIDADEE. Okay, and also today agendas. Basically, we will start with introduce ourselves and then like how COVID-19 impact the world tourism market. The current Southeast Asia market situation that we help you to understand. In Southeast Asia, there's 11 countries and how each country closed their border and what is the current situation. And most importantly is we can see that China is actually the first country that get a very huge impact from COVID-19. Since early this year, I would say January 2020. But after they have, stopped the lockdown in April, they have recovered very, very fast. And within half year of that, they can get 80% of recovery. So we can see that from there, how we can learn from that, and we can use the same method and use the same ways to do it for our own country and our own business recovery as well. So of course, we will also introduce some of the platform that you can use for China market or Chinese market especially, so that you can select which platform are the suitable one for you. Lastly, we will also share, because currently we are coming into an end of 2020, so we can let you know that what is the key points to focus on our tourism industry for 2021, especially from our experience. We have a lot of clients here, so we can share you some of our insights and also our recommendations to you. Okay, lastly, we will come into a Q&A session, but of course, during the whole session, if you have any question, just feel free to ask anytime via the chat or the Q&A session, okay? Thank you so much. So firstly, nice to meet you. We are DIDADEE. DIDADEE is actually a company that we have been established since 2003. Until today, we already have 17 years experience in our industry. So what our company do is actually we are a one-stop digital marketing agency that help our client if you would like to target the Chinese market, and especially like China market, but maybe you do not understand China that well and you also not fluent in Mandarin. Besides that, to hire an in-house specialist for your own business, you can also look for us that we can provide you some recommendations and suggestions that what kind of marketing strategies suitable for your business to get into the Chinese market. So what our key businesses is mainly in 3 parts. The first part is social media. So social media is a very important thing in China, especially when you want to target Chinese market, because despite that we have a very large portion of businesses using website nowadays, but in China, people, they are more comfortable by using Weibo or WeChat or TikTok as a social media that they can see all the information from there. And after that, they can pay directly using Alipay or WeChat Pay and just directly complete the transaction within the social media or the OTAs. So compared to build your own website in China and, you know, like force the Chinese people to really spend on your own website, the most important thing that you need to reach them is mainly you need to connect via social media. That is how that you can, you know, like persuade them to go to your website or either go to the OTA for your business. So that's why when you communicate with social media, the first thing that you need to follow is you need to have Mandarin language content. This is very important because mostly 95% of the China people, they are more comfortable to use Mandarin as communication languages. So let's say that if you do not have in-house people that know about Mandarin, then we are here to help you to create Mandarin content and also use the Chinese content to drive the users to know about your brand and building, okay? Secondly, we also do some online promotion and advertising as well. Besides Weibo and WeChat, which is a very main social media in China, we also have numerous platforms in China that you can select from. You can go to Baidu, you can go to Mafengwo, you can go on TikTok, Ctrip, Meituan Dianping, etc., etc. Based on your industry and your business, there's a lot of platforms to choose from. But which one is most suitable for your business? We will actually suggest you which platform to go to and which advertising could help your business better. Thirdly is the creative services creation, because sometimes when you want to advertise in those China platforms or Chinese platforms, Mandarin content is very important because some of our clients, they usually say that, you know, I have a very nice English video, so can I just use that video to promote to people? Yes, you can, but normally the results that you use English content to target or to promote to Chinese market, that won't be that good because, you know, for them, they will feel like, oh no, this is not the message or this is not the message delivered to me. So they are more preferred to use Mandarin as communication languages. So we are here to help you to create Mandarin content and also Chinese video so that you can use those videos and content to target Chinese market. So in between of these 17 years, we have been focused in three main industry, which is travel and tourism, property, and also education. Okay, so because we have been in these industries for quite long and we understand the market very well. So here I would like to introduce some of our clients so to see that whether you know some of them as well. Firstly, we have Malaysia Airport. We have a lot of hotels that engage with us as well. We do long-term relationship. We have clients from all around Southeast Asia and also from Maldives as well. Besides that, we have malls. If let's say that you have malls that you know about, we actually covers mall in Malaysia, Thailand, and Singapore. And we do have property clients, university clients, and also retail clients. So those are some of the clients that we have been working for quite some long time. And of course, we hope that we can help your brand as well. If you don't know what to do, if you know how to do, but you don't know, not sure that whether your step is correct or not, or you really don't know about the execution, we can actually help you on that, okay? So next, we come into the main topic today, like how COVID-19 actually impact world tourism market. What we know that is in end of December 2019, COVID has been started to spread from China, and in end of January 2020, COVID-19 has been spread within China itself, and China government has announced a lockdown. So once they have lockdown, and our WHO actually declared as a nationally pandemic in March 2020. And here you can see that start from Q1 in 2020, our tourism arrivals has been dramatically dropped, mainly about 22% for the whole world. So you can see that Asia is one of the most impactful country, is because mainly we can know that China tourists or Chinese tourists, what I mean that is like tourists from China, Hong Kong, and Taiwan is the top three Asian Chinese tourists that we are looking into. Okay, they have been affected very badly, and that's why they have been stopped traveling since January. So you can see that the numbers percentage that dropping, is actually mainly from Chinese market itself. But until today, we know that there's still a lot of countries still affected by COVID-19. But China is surprisingly a country that they recover very soon. They have stopped their lockdown since April 2020, and their tourism market actually start to recover since then. So we will see how they actually do it, to recover that fast and what we can learn from that. But for the things we know that, of course, COVID has been bringing us a huge impact in tourism industry. But what we're going to look at today is not that how we're going to be negative about this thing, is we need to look at the positive way. Like after 2020, in 2021, how can we recover in this way, and how we can bring our business back and let people know that, tourism are recovering and we don't need to worry about travel anymore. Even with 100% of destination with travel restrictions, there's a lot that we can do, to prepare ourselves, to get into the time when 2021, when the tourism year compared to the past 10 years, which we have a lot of negative. But you can see that this UK-based World Tourism Forum Institute, they have been saying that even that after 2001 and 2003, we have a very big dramatically drop during the two very main events in the world, which is one is the terrorist attacks and SARS epidemic. But after that, the year after, we actually have a very strong bounce back in tourism. So we can foresee and positively found that for COVID-19, it will happen the same as well. So they are positive that the world will normalize in 2021 and the tourism will gradually return to normal in 2024. So most importantly, what we can see that the meetings, incentive, conferencing, exhibitions that will also recover in the mid of 2021, which we see that we already gone through a very hard year this year. And we can see that next year, it could be a better year. And when we come to a better year, are we here to grab our chances and also to fly with the opportunity? That is very, very important. So now let us look at the Southeast Asia current situation on international arrivals. We can see that basically 100% of our Southeast Asia countries has been locked down the border, or maybe have a very limited or restriction on the international arrivals. Okay, so besides that, Malaysia have a very strong that saying that our MCO will remain until end of this year, which is 31st December and 2020. But for some of the country right now, they're actually trying to not, loosen the arrival standards. So including like Thailand, they will start to reopen the border for arrivals with conditions. So after that, the tourist arrival, they can have certain quarantine. And after that, they can do the tourism again. So Singapore is the same cases as well. And also Philippines, the international flight is started to resume. So that we can see that no matter it's sooner or later, the international flights will always be resumed. It's only the matter of time. So the time that we expect is mainly in the early of 2021. And that is the time to mainly catch the Chinese New Year arrivals from China market and also from the Chinese market. We all know that for this year, a lot of people have been, locked from travel, but travel is actually a very important thing for people nowadays. Based on the World Tourism Organization, they are saying that for people nowadays, travel is not an interest anymore. Travel is essential. So whenever it's essential, when we have been blocked from the freedom to travel this year, we can assume that in next year, we can recover very, very strong because of the people, they are eagerly to travel again. So we can see that based on the study of the World Travel Organization, they have come up with a chart, which is the people from which industry it will start to recover. So I believe that most of the countries right now, most of the attendees today, when you look at the arrivals of your hotels and also your brands, you can see that the domestic travel is already recovered. From Malaysia, we can see that for every weekend, most of the place attractions and also the hotels has been fully booked, because mainly currently we are aiming in domestic traveling. Okay, so that is the first phase that we have having the recover. And secondly, the recovery will be focused on the international business travel. The business travel can't be stopped because there's a lot of business issues and also things to need to be settled face to face. So even that this year we face a very hard year that we couldn't meet our colleagues, or we can meet our business associates face to face. But we can see that in next year, after the border has been opened, this is also the first category or first industry that will be recovered. And secondly, to focus on, we will followed by international FIT market. This is very important as well, because of the new normal that you can see nowadays. People might not be willing to travel in a big group, because whenever they have a bigger group, they have a bigger risk. That's why to focus on an FIT group, to make sure that the group of travel will be remain within 3 to 6 people. That is the safest numbers. And also whenever there are fewer people, they will go to the places that mainly group tours won't bring them. And that brings a lot of chances, no matter where your hotel are, no matter where your attractions are, no matter where your brands and services are located, the FIT travelers always able to go to your place. It's just mainly that whether your brand or your services has been reached to them earlier. So lastly, we can see that the last two, the place that could recover is mainly about the international exhibitions, conference, and group tour. And lastly, we could go back to the incentive trip that can be recovered by business. For the study that we have, we found that incentive trip is the last that could recover, because incentive trip is mostly for the leisure purposes. And for business, you need to pay the responsibility for bringing your colleagues and the people in your company to overseas is covered in late of 2021. Okay, so after that we share the whole world tourism, how the stage are gonna be. So now we're gonna to focus on China. We see that how China tourism actually take a recovery stage and what did they did. Okay, so firstly, we have been sharing a timeline to you. You can see that in 2020 April, the lockdown has been started to end in China, Wuhan. They have been started to end the lockdown. And after that, they have meeting with least attractive holidays in past year, which is Qingming in China. So in previous year, like in 2019, 2018, this holiday does not really attracted for China people, because normally this is a very short holiday and China is very big. So it's very hard for them to travel from city back to their hometown and come back again. But in this year, because they have been a 3 months lockdown, we can see that there is about 30% of people started to travel along the Qingming holiday. So this is the first stage of recovery. And until May of 2020, which is the Labor Day holiday in China, previously, this is a very golden season as well, because most of the China people will travel internationally. I believe that for your hotels and maybe for your attractions or maybe for your malls, you can feel the same thing as well. But this year, they are quite focused in domestic travel, and we can find that there is 60% of the recovery, which is compared to 2019, there's only 41% decrease compared to 195 million trips made during this period. But there's still 115 million people that have been made travel during this time. So we can see that there's a 60% recover already for the domestic travel. But until 2020 in August, we can see that the fastest recovery that we can find is mainly from the flight industry, the airlines, and also the attractions. 80% of the tourists have planned to have their trip during the summer holiday, and also the current season is very hot, which is the Golden Week. So previous year, you can see that the Golden Week for your hotels and your places mainly is fully booked. For this year, China are mainly fully booked during this time, and also for all the flights and all the speed rail has been fully booked as well. So we can already see that 80.2% of the arrivals has been recovered. So it means that there's a very large portion of people, they have been started to travel again and they enjoy travel again. So for now, start from 1st October and 8th October, you can see that during this time, this is a big travel season for China. And if you look at the China news for this week, you can see that mainly all of the attractions and all of the hotels has been fully booked. But how can they do it in such a short period, and how they can build the confidence for China tourists to travel around? We can see what have they did. So firstly, you can see that this is a travel website called Tongcheng. Tongcheng and C-Trip and Fliggy, which is a very big travel platform in China. Firstly, what they did from their OTAs is mainly they give out a 10 billion of subsidy from their OTA platforms. So whenever you use, you book the hotels or you book the flight tickets or you book the accommodation during this period, you will get a very, very low price. Means that for 99 renminbi, you can fly all over China. And then for 66 renminbi, you can actually stay in a 5-star hotel. So this is a very attractive deal that people couldn't stop from booking it, even though, the COVID is still there. Secondly, we can see that this is Mafengwo. Mafengwo is a travel review website. They have been started to promote the reviews, to share the experience of travel domestically to their fans and also followers. So to make people feel that, let's say that if you are planning to go to Maldives, don't worry, we have a Sanya in our country. If you want to go for a rainforest, like normally in Southeast Asia, in Thailand or Malaysia, no worries, you can find it in Sichuan in China. So they actually did compare the destination international with the destination domestic. So that's why it actually attracts a lot of people, to travel around, because they feel like, when I travel in China itself, it feels like I'm traveling internationally. Besides as well, they also have come up with a World Tourism Day. So it means that when you do the World Tourism Day, during this period, when you do the booking for next year, you can actually book your world trip now to enjoy the travel in next year. So basically, China tourists are quite ready for travel overseas already. The problem is whether you have reached them to push them to book right now, to make sure that they will go to your hotel or they will go to your country next year. So the pre-promotion is very important, because start from July in 2020, they have been keep promoting for international travel in 2021. So this is very important, because once you get this message, you also need to do something to make sure that your hotel is on par with this, to make people feel confident to stay with your hotel whenever they travel to your country in 2021. Block their budget before they book with others. Okay, this is also the billion of the subsidy from Fliggy as well. So there's another thing that we can find from China. There is one very special things that happen in China as well, which you can see. C-Trip is a very big OTAs in China, which I think most of you have already know. So in C-Trip, basically they have been doing live since then, since July 2020, to pull the people to book trips and also book hotels, attractions, tickets from C-Trip itself. So firstly, they have been working with Tourism of Thailand. So they have been promoting different destinations of Thailand. So that the problem is, most importantly, their boss, you can see that the guy with the street, okay, he has been doing the live himself. Every week, he has been having a live for their followers, to promote different destination promotions. So this is very important, because normally when we think that live is actually not suitable for a star brand, especially for a very luxury brand, it is so not suitable to do, like live. But actually, in China itself, even a company that big, which is C-Trip, they have millions of people that following them. Also that they have thousands of employees, which they are very good brands, but they still do live themselves to actually promote people. Even their boss themselves, they stand up, you know, to pull the fans and followers to book for flights and tickets and hotels and etc. So this is very important that we need to make ourselves to adapt the culture nowadays. Life is one thing that we will suggest that if you do want to target to Chinese market, life is one thing that you could consider to do for your brand. So we can see that in hotels part. Of course, when we talk about hotel itself, the most important is we look at the bookings, whether the people book from us, whether that we have the ROI from the marketing promotions that we have did before. So we find that there's a few hotel group that is very aggressively doing some promotions during this season, start from April until now, so that they get a very good recovery for the hotels within China as well. So if you drop within these few hotel groups, we will strongly suggest you to follow their steps to do whenever your border is nearly open, you need to do the promotion same like them as well. So to make sure your promotions can reach the target audience. So firstly, we can see that for Hyatt Group, they do a 20% discount and then free breakfast for all the people that book within this period. For Marriott, they actually come up with a 50% discount as well. So as long as you book within 2020 and you stay in 2021, you can actually get a 50% off discount. This is just a 3 days promotions. So it actually attracts quite a lot of users have been booked with them during this season. And just now when we said that the live is very important, we can see that the Kempinski Group, okay, and also Shangri-La Group, they have been running a lot of live session in China via Weibo during this time. Why that they would do this kind of live? Because normally if you think that live is only for selling purposes, that is not really true. Because most of the hotels that they run for the live session during this time, basically they are doing certain marketing strategies like, you know, have a tea time with my CEO. Okay, so when you have the tea time, then they will introduce like, this is our head chef. So our head chef have a lot of experience, and you know the dishes that their signature dishes, how that they made it. This is mainly to engage with the users to let them know why I must select your hotel when I go for holiday. There's a lot of reasons, because of the workers is very friendly, because our safety standard is very good, because that my head chef is actually hired is a very high standard chef. Those are the content that you can deliver via live session, but not only for selling your rooms. Of course, you can put selling your rooms as one of the parts, but the live session is mainly for you to engage with your users. Let them know we are more than just a room. You are more than just facilities. We are more than just location. You have so much more to offer them to make them feel like they have an engagement to you. And whenever in a live session, when you ask questions, they can answer you directly. They feel, China people will feel that this is very engaged, because whenever I want to ask some questions, okay, then I can get my answers immediately. So this is a very new way that we would suggest that even you are a hotel, you can consider to start. Even not with the live session, maybe you could consider to start with a video as well. So once you have a Mandarin video, it could actually help you to communicate with your friends and family better. Okay. So next, we can see that, of course, when we talk about the marketing strategies, currently we think that what thing will attract the traveler most? So in China, they actually happen because you know that since then, China people are very price sensitive. Normally, they will, you know, like take care of the people. They will put attention of the hotels or the attractions that giving them best value products as well. So at this time is the same, but we will suggest that normally if in the past year, your hotel does not do a lot of price cut, it is still strongly advisable that you did at least 1 or 2 times during this pandemic, or maybe early next year. Why is it so? Because firstly, there's a lot of tourists has been stopped from travel since 2020. So if let's say that they are going to travel in 2021, they must be sharing a lot of reviews and their experience and their feelings during the trip. And there is how, if you let's say that you have a price promotion for them, when they book it and when they stay in your hotel, they will actually share a lot of experience of them in the hotel. This is a free review of your hotel, and especially if you have a lot of Instagrammable spot in the hotel, it could actually encourage them to share more. So if let's say that everyone is running the price promotion right now, but you are not running, so how you can persuade people to book from you since then? So even you can see that even Disney or even a very popular water park in China. So they are all running price cut during this time. And what we can see that is start from today, if you have been going to Weibo or WeChat or TikTok in China, you can find that people already posting all around about Shanghai Disney today. Even that Shanghai Disney, they have been giving a price cut, but it does not affect the brand actually. It let them feel like, even during this time, you are willing to give me certain promotions to encourage me to visit you as well. I won't feel you are expensive anymore, and I'm willing to give back you more by giving my good reviews and also sharing my experience via social media, and makes my friends and family want to come to your place too. This is one of the way that we would suggest you can do during this year. Secondly, you can see that this is hotel vanity in Macau, which also giving a 40% discount during this period. And we also have Marina Sand Bay in Singapore. They are also started to selling their package to China people already. So we think that when China people currently have the most confidence of travel again, so why not you do some marketing towards this market? Besides that, you can do domestic market for this year. It's time for you to plan the international arrivals for next year and how you could grab their attention and make sure they book with you during this important season before everyone else does the same thing as well. So mainly you can see that because of the pandemic, okay, mostly of the OTAs currently couldn't help you to sell, the rooms and also help to sell the tickets as well. So this is the main time that you could use if you, let's say that you have your own website. This is the best time for you to encourage China people to book directly via your website without going through any OTAs. But at the same time, you also need to come up with a very strong promotion to make sure they will book via website with you. And that is very important. You will need to have your own official account in Weibo or WeChat so that you can make sure people can reach you via Weibo and WeChat, and you can promote your booking link directly to China people right now. Okay, so currently based on this 1st October for the Golden Week, we actually have been doing some research on that. So you can see that Macau is actually the first overseas travel that they can bid during this start from end of August. But you can see that within the second week of the recovery, the second week, they already have 30% bounce back of the booking. So it actually is a very good number of recovery. And based on the China research as well, in 2020, this is the best time for you to book the flight ticket and also hotel as well, because the hotel price has been decreased more than 30% during this season. So you can know that the average price of the price cut that China people are hoping to get is around 20% to 30%. So whenever you want to do a promotions to attract most of the people, you can actually build your price range into decrease 20% to 30%. That would be the best. And there's also one very important thing to share with is because currently when all of us, they have been willing to travel in small group of people, which do not want to travel in a group tour, in a big tour anymore. That's why FIT has been the main thing to focus in this year. So whenever we talk about FIT market, our target are mainly aiming the people that born after 1980 and 1990. So whenever you create the content, everything, you should think about your target market is actually not all the people already, but focus on the people born after 1980 and 1990s. This is the very, very big market that you should aim for if you go for FIT market. So let's say that if people they born after 1980 and 1990s, they want to bring their parents for travel, they want to bring their kids for travel, they are very tired about working already, so they want to have a vacation. Those are the marketing points that you can step in, to promote those lifestyle, let you have a relaxing trip, and also let you to run away from your busy working life. Those are the content that you can write, especially accommodate to this type of people. So we can see that for the FIT market, you wouldn't need to target all age range, but mainly the people from under 40 years old until 20 years old. This is the main market that we are looking into. Also, you can see that because of all the efforts that China has been done, you can see that for this year, the hotel booking that is actually increased in China is not only maintained, but it actually have been increased. So this is a very positive thing that we can see, because we believe that in your country, no matter you are from Thailand, you are from Philippines, you are from Cambodia, you are from Indonesia, we believe that the same thing will happen to your country as well. So the matter is, whenever this thing is recover, are you able to grab them to stay with you? Lastly, one of the main points that we are going to see is why we keep encouraging people to focus on FIT, even that your hotel is mainly focused to group tour last year, but start from this year. Start from today, we think that it's time for you to target FIT market, because we can see the booking of the car tour and also private car has been increased 300% in China. That is mainly because the people like today, we are adapting new normal. We don't want to travel in a big group anymore. The group below 6% let us feel more safe, and also we can select our location and destination to go more freely. So that's why FIT is the market that you need to aim. So the small group people are the market that you need to aim. This is very important that I think we could learn from China, and we think this will continue for the next few years. Okay, so we make a summary for the China tourism recovery. We can see that they have done a very, very great job during this half year. And we believe that for all our countries in Southeast Asia, we can do the same too. So there's few keywords that you need to follow if, let's say, that you want to be recovered just like China as well. So the first thing that we suggest, the first one is the business transformation. During 2020, we suggest that no matter in previously how you focus on the international market, for 2020, this is the time for you to focus on domestic market. But for the domestic market, when we talk about Chinese market, don't forget about how much of Chinese people are still in your country during this time. Okay, because when we talk about Chinese, normally people will think that all the China people or the Hong Kong people or the Taiwan people are flew from China, Hong Kong, and Taiwan. But in fact, there's a lot of Chinese already staying in your country for quite some time. And still, they are very adaptable to Mandarin market, and they would like to see your Mandarin content as well. So when we talk about from international to domestic, we're not talking about the locals that you are aiming right now. Not only Thais, not only Cambodia people, not only Malaysian, not only Singaporean, but the Chinese people are actually in your country right now that willing to travel domestic right now. So this is a market that you couldn't miss out, because it will be a very great potential. Whenever they travel there, and if they stay in your hotel and give a very good review, the friends and family from them from China, Hong Kong, and Taiwan will also get the information at the same time, and it will help you to recover much more faster in 2021. So the domestic market, domestic Chinese market is very important for 2020. Okay. Secondly, To focus from group tour, change to FIT and change to online. This is very important as well because we know that group tour is very hard to survive nowadays. So for hotel, we need to survive as well. We need to get our clients as well. So how can we get it is from online, our own social media promotions, our own website promotions, our own sales team promotions. There's a lot of promotions, but FIT is the 70% of the market shares right now, and you need to aim on it. Okay, the second one is self-help. Self-help is how could you come up with a promotional package to grab people to book with you right away. So this is very important. Besides that, giving a price promotion, you can also think of certain value-added packages. Like let's say that if you stay with us, we can give 50% off our spa packages, or maybe for the food and beverage that you stay with us, you can get 50% off. These kind of value-added services actually give more reasons for the tourists to book with you during the time. Okay, and next important part is why you need to have a social media, because when you want to promote, let people know about your hotel are very safe to stay. This is very important because confidence is now golden. It's not only price that make people want to book with you, but it's also the confidence that they trust your hotel, that can give them safety when they stay with you. So for those kind of safety procedures, for those the safety procedure and safety facility that you have done, you can promote it daily in your social media. Because for OTAs, for other websites, it's very hard for you to promote the safety procedures. Only via social media, we can promote this thing from day to day. And you can also share some compliments from the users or the people that stay with you on social media, so to boost the confidence level of the tourists to stay with you. Okay, and the third one is traffic. Traffic means that you need to have your own appearance on social media, need to have your own account, need to engage yourself with the tourists, because whenever they have a question, that is the way that they can engage with you. And of course, you can engage with certain of the KOLs, key influencers in your country or also in Chinese market as well, to help you to promote your brand during this period. This is very important because the more that you build in social media or in online market, the content will stay there forever. And when the more and more content that you build, it makes you feel you are more and more popular. This is very important because whenever you are popular, more China people or more Chinese people are willing to stay with you. Okay, so this is intangible, but it's very important assets for every hotels. So let's say that if your hotel actually focus in group tour for previous years, so you do not have so much of online appearance, for this few months, it's actually time for you to build up your online presence, to let people know that I'm actually on social media already, and these are the things that I promote to you, and I hope and I welcome that you come to stay with us. I think this is the time for you to build this as well. So the fourth part is artificial intelligence. So this one is included, like let's say the people from Chinese market wouldn't able to visit your hotel right now, visit your mall right now, or visit your attractions right now. You can always come up with 360 panoramic view or VR experiences for them, so that they can actually have a look at your hotel and also the facilities that you have before they even reach there. So the more that they see, the more confidence they will have to your hotels. So it can help them, to understand your brands more before they even come to you. So this is very important. And the fifth thing, the last thing that we think is very important is live show. So the live show included that, the travel experience, like you can bring them around to walk around the hotel to let them see, what kind of thing that you have done, the safety procedure that you have, the restaurants, and also introduce them your head chef and have a tea time with head chef and talk more about the restaurants and the ability that you can let them feel that you are actually gaining the value or gaining the experience in the hotel. Those are all the things that you can share via a live show, of course, with the promotion attached. So this 5 part is actually, we suggest for all the companies or the hotels or the malls or even the retail outlet to do, to make sure that your business can fully recover during this time. Okay. So, in a summary, we think that Chinese tourists are getting ready to travel overseas again. So, are you ready to? So, if let's say that you are ready, but you don't know what to do, we are actually here to help you, of course, with our promotion provided today. But make sure that you stay with us until the end of the webinar, and we will share you the promotions that we have. Okay. So let me have some water right now. So if you have any questions like until now, maybe you can actually type in chat for me, or maybe you can leave your information in Q&A session. Is there any question that I need to be answered right now? Okay, if there's no questions, I can see that everyone. So am I speaking too fast? So if you think that I speak too fast, can you raise your hand? Is there anyone? Okay. Yeah. Okay. There are 3 people think that I speak too fast. So okay, I'll try to lower, make my speed slower. So if let's say that you want to understand more, then of course you can, after the webinar, you can come to contact me personally or contact my team personally. We will arrange a one-to-one consultation for your business and also for your hotel as well, to understand your hotel more or understand your business more, and we can give a customized solution for you. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, sorry for a bit quick today. Okay, so now let us continue. Okay, after we look at the whole China, how they did for their recovery. So currently, let us see, when China people are ready to travel again in overseas, what is the country that in their wish list that they wish to go after this pandemic? So this, we come up with a top 10 wish list of overseas travel destination. This is a study conducted by C-Trip. It's not by us, it's by C-Trip. So I think the number is pretty correct. So you can see this is the top 10 country which China tourists are interested to go after this pandemic. What is interesting part is basically in top 10, there are 6 countries from Southeast Asia, included like Thailand, Singapore, Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia. So Philippines is in number 15 as well. So I think it's quite high standard as well. So basically, these are the countries that you can focus, because China people are ready to go to you. It's only that whether you are ready to receive them or not. So when we talk about these few countries and they already decided to go to you, but what is the major influencer that affect them to book with your hotel, to come to your mall, or go to your attractions? Basically, this is the major influences. Firstly, the couple is very important, because we can see that currently, because we are talking about small group travel, I can think that the women in a relationship are mostly very, very powerful. Everyone will follow whatever the wife or the girlfriend want to go. So to target female market is a very important place, because whenever you have a very nice places to take photos, or you come up with a very nice tea set, or maybe you have a very nice pool, those are the things that can attract women or female or girls, should be widely shared on social media, because these are how you can attract the girls to book the hotel with you. Secondly, is the major influencer is social media, because currently when I do not know where I want to go, or maybe just like me, currently I want to go holiday, but I do not know where to go. Normally when I browse in social media, I will see where my friends and family are going. So when I look at they are taking photo in a very nice places, I will go to check out how the places are and how is the review of the places, and also those are the things that I can find information. So this is very important, and friends is one of the major influences as well. So this is why again and again we say that social media is really important if you want to target FIT market. You should have, I believe that most of you already have Facebook and also IG for this moment, but we think that if you want to target to China market, still Weibo and WeChat is very important. So now can I do a very quick survey? If you already have Weibo or WeChat account, can you please raise hand for me? So I can see that whether your company or your brands already have Weibo or WeChat. Either one would do. Okay. Okay, I can see. Okay, in what I can see here, I only can see that about 20% of our attendees today actually, oh, I can see more and more now. Okay, can you find the raise my hand button? You can find it, right? Ah, okay, more. Oh, okay. So there's mainly like half of our attendees basically have a Weibo or WeChat, which is, I think, is very encouraging. That's a very good news. So the most important thing is for now is only that you need to deliver your message in Mandarin and also come up with a promotion package to attract China people or Chinese people right now. Okay, thank you for your joining and your feedback. Thank you so much. We can see that there's more than 20 over companies or hotels that already have Weibo and WeChat. This is a very encouraging number, okay? So here we come to the top apps for FIT market. Okay, so like just now we can see that for social media, like especially for Chinese market, you need to at least have Weibo or WeChat. Or even if you're more advanced brand, you can come with TikTok or Xiaohongshu, which Weibo and WeChat is the very main platforms for a business to get on if you want to target Chinese market. Xiaohongshu and TikTok is more like a review platform for China people. For TikTok, they will see the reviews in video form, and for Xiaohongshu, they will check on all kind of reviews for the hotels and also the products and everything. They will find it in Xiaohongshu, which is very popular for the office lady in China. Okay, so besides this one, we will also suggest you to focus on the review sites. This is a second category, like Mafengwo and Dianping in China. This is very important as well. TripAdvisor is very important as well, because before you really stay with that, besides that, I go to the OTA, I will normally go to other review sites to view about the experience of other people face as well. Okay, so the third one, of course, I think most of the hotel already have it, which is the OTAs, Booking.com, Agoda, Ctrip, Fliggy. Of course, there's more, but I think the main one is booking sites. This is a third category. And the fourth one that I need to focus to you today, especially is like Facebook, IG, and Google. Most importantly, I want to focus on this is just like the reason I said before. Besides that, you need to target the people, the Chinese people in China, Taiwan people in Taiwan, Hong Kong people in Hong Kong. You also do not forget the Chinese people in your country. This is a very big number, because most of the China people or Taiwan people or Hong Kong people that stay in your country, they are businessmen. They are expats. They have a very good spending power, and they have quite a lot of friends and family are still in China, Hong Kong, and Taiwan. So let's say you want to target them as well. You can use Facebook, IG, and Google to target them as well. The only matter is you need to target with them in Mandarin content, so that it can make sure you target to the Chinese people in your country. So basically, this four category is very important. So, and also what I want to talk about is, we know that, of course, for hotel, most of you are actually looking for ROI, right? You know, how much that I spend in the marketing, then how much I need to get back. But if you're only looking at the ROI, normally in all the platforms, only OTAs can give you a very specific ROI. But for us, especially for a marketing agency, we have serving a lot of clients right now. We can tell you that OTA is actually a last platform in the whole marketing strategy. Because, you know, what makes me want to book via Agoda or Booking.com or Ctrip or your official website? That is not because that, you know, there's a lot of lists. When I go to Booking.com or Agoda, I can see hundreds of hotels, maybe in Bangkok, maybe in Siem Reap, maybe in Bali, there's like hundreds of hotels in the list. you know, and there's a lot of hotel with very good reviews as well. So why I want to book via your hotel, that is more reason that I need to have. So the first most important thing is just now what I said, like my girlfriend asked me to book via this platform, to book this hotel, so I will book it. Secondly, all of my friends have been recommended this hotel or this place to me, so I must go that place. So all of this, how can they find the information? Is via social media, is via the review website, and they via the promotion that they get, or the influencers that recommend the places. So OTA is just the last step for them to make booking. But before that, there's a lot of steps that you need to do. In Chinese terms, we call it plant the grass. Before the OTA can actually, like make you actually get the ROI, you need to plant a lot of grass in the online. You just think of online is a very big place, and there's a lot of things there. So you need to plant the interest in all the social media platform, so that no matter where they go, no matter I go to Weibo, no matter I go to WeChat, I go to TikTok, I go to Xiaohongshu, I go to anywhere, I can find a lot of good reviews, and I can find a lot of people sharing about your hotel. And this is how, whenever I go to the OTAs, even that I see a lot of hotel, I will only book you. Okay, this is very important. That's why online is very important, because of all of these reasons. Okay, so until now, we already come to a platform to introduce. Like just now, we can see that quite a lot of you already have Weibo and WeChat, but maybe I'll let you know that in Weibo and WeChat, if let's say that you still haven't have that, because we still have 50% of the attendees today do not have Weibo or do not have WeChat. So I can let you know in Weibo and WeChat, what can you do? So firstly, Weibo basically is just like a Facebook plus Twitter plus IG in China. So let's say that if you want to have a public presence in China, if you do not have a Chinese website, but you want to promote your brand in China, because to build a Chinese website normally is quite costly, right? You need to pay, like few thousands to just get your website done, and you need to do translation for Mandarin content, and you need to do the booking engine even in the Mandarin as well. There's a lot of job to do. But to open a Weibo account actually is very easy and give you a very public presence in China, so you wouldn't need to build a Chinese website for now yet. And most importantly, if you only want to drive people to book with your hotel and you don't mind them to book via OTAs, I think Weibo can serve a very good purposes already. You can see this is Parisian from Macau. Okay, this is the website that they have open, and you can see currently they have about 300,000 of followers already in Weibo, and also that you can put your promotions, within the page, so that the fans and followers can see your latest promotions and also keep bringing them to your website. So this is what you can do. Okay. And secondly, you can see that the post that you can post every day, like daily, because like just like whenever you open an account, you can see that you already have like you have your own Facebook. So every day, whatever you want to post, I have a latest promotion, I have the safety procedure, I want to do, like I want to share certain video for you, I want to share some customer review, everything you can do it in this Weibo. So it is your own platform that you can gather the people from all around the Weibo to follow me, to become my fans. This is what a hotel or attractions can do. Lastly, in Weibo, we can say that it's a very public platform. That's why whenever you have a Weibo already, whenever a users post about the experience of them in your hotel, you can find it very easily and you can engage with them. So this is very important as well, because whenever you want to advertise, you can also advertise to the people that actually go to the account. And that makes them like, feel like, oh, okay, I'm going to Macau right now. And whenever you use the account to promote yourself to me, I can see it very well. So this is just like the Facebook boost post. Okay, so basically you can find a review and everything. Okay, so I can see there are some of the attendees are, like leave me the message in Q&A. So later I will answer the question as well. You may leave your question in Q&A right now. And after I finish introduce all the platforms, I will get back to your questions. Okay, thank you so much. And next, continuously. So if let's say you already have a public platform like this, what can you expect? Basically, you can see, firstly, this is a case study from us. This is our client, which is Malaysia Airports. They have been in this Weibo for about 2 years, okay? So start from 2020 because of Malaysia border has been locked down. So we expected that this year, we are not going to, have a lot of increase because not more people will know about us. But surprisingly, within the 2020, every month, we can get actually hundreds of inquiries asking about a lot of questions like what is the Malaysia current situation, and like any locations that I can go or I can expect when I go to Malaysia and everything. And also during this time we gain more than 15,000 of followers without any advertising. So all of the fans come organically because they search for the Malaysia keywords. So let's think about it. If let's say that you have a Thailand hotel account, or maybe you have Bali hotel account, whenever the users search for Thailand, or they search for Bali, or they search for Siem Reap, or they search for Philippines, they will find your account and they will come to engage to you. And this is how they can know about you. Secondly, I'll give you a very encouraging case study that we have as well. It is a hotel that worked with us, which is the Banyan Tree Phuket. Okay, for them, they actually have a very strong vision, because we know that, the border is going to open again. So Banyan Tree, what they decided to do is during just past 1 week ago, they gonna to do a campaign in Weibo, and within a week they can actually gain more than 1,200 shares and gain more than 1,000 followers to follow their account during this time. And there's very clever that after they run the 1 week promotions during this time, right? After the week, they have come up with a home hotel room promotion for 2021. And they can get quite a lot of traffic leads to their website so that people can book for Banyan Tree in 2021. This is what we said, the strategy that we're going to run. Firstly, you use a free share, like, and comment, to engage with people, to make the people that want to go Thailand to follow your account. Secondly, you come up with the room promotions to make people book directly with you on your official website, because you couldn't find this exclusive promotions everywhere. So within a week, you can see that the exposure of this campaign is more than 878,000, and the people that join is more than 1,000. So I would say that the figure is very good and very encouraging. The third one is a retail shops. So this retail shop is a retail shop in Malacca, in Malaysia. So basically what they did is, because previously this is a very famous local delights, local shops in China. So after that, they actually have been, because there's now currently China tourists couldn't come to Malaysia already. That's why they deliver the products to China itself. And also they say if you buy above certain value, they will give you 50% off of the delivery charges. And within this period as well, they also get more than 60 bookings via the promotions that they did. So we can see that in Weibo is a public platform, and it's very good for you to convert the people. After they become your fans, they can convert to be your real customers as well. Okay, this is very important. Okay, so welcome, Mary Elaine. I actually have a quite similar question in Q&A. So after I introduce all the platforms to use, I will get back to you. And nice to meet you, Parath from Sun and Moon. Okay, and I do have some Q&A from some anonymous, and also there's a few questions here. So please feel free to leave your question here first, and I will answer after I introduce all the platforms, because after you know Weibo, WeChat, and everything, so we can actually give you more insight so you can know how much is the cost as well. This is very important, right? I know that. Okay. But for Boparath, yes, we actually will be sending the video of presentation today to you, so you can have a look again. So even that I speak too fast, but after that we actually upload the video into YouTube, so you can have a look on the video as well. But of course, if now you're listening to me and if you have any question, if you ask me, then I will answer you lively. Okay, so it will be more engagement with us. Okay, so after introducing Weibo, which we think is a very good public platform to you, because if you want to build your brand awareness, let more people know about your hotel, your malls, and your attractions, we think Weibo is the first platform to go, because it's very important, because you want to let people, whenever they search in their version of Google, if you want them to search via Baidu, they can find your account in here. So that is very important. Okay. So next, we go to WeChat. Okay, I think WeChat, more and more people know about it because it's the largest social media in China. Okay, so basically, I think 80% of the China people, they all have WeChat and they use WeChat Pay as well. So this is a very, very popular platform. So for people that actually engage WeChat to have an official account on WeChat, what actually they want to do is basically, you also want to create an official account like this to serve as a mini website in China, because mostly for the China people, right, they do not want to go to a website, because for them there's too many pages, too many information, and too many things to look at. So it's very complicated and spend them a lot of time. They don't like it, so that they are more preferable to go to a WeChat account and then to look at, because for all the WeChat account, they have a standard template, which you only have 3 main categories to put your information in. So for China people, they can easily find the important information in this WeChat account. That's why they would like to follow it. And also, they will serve WeChat as a service platform. Let's say that if in hotel, you want to share your vouchers, the F&B vouchers, or maybe your Wi-Fi password to encourage people to follow your account, you can always put it in WeChat so that the people can follow you. Okay, but the people that will follow your WeChat account is basically the people already know about your brand name. So if let's say that your main purposes right now is to build your brand name, to let more people know about you in China, you need to go to Weibo. But if let's say that your hotel, there's a lot of people know about you already, and you want to fully engage them, you know, lock them as your loyal customers, and also that you want them to spend more, you can come up with a WeChat account to serve this group of people. Okay, of course you can run some advertising as well. There is when if let's say that you use WeChat, you know that there's a WeChat Moments. So in Moments is basically to see the updates, like news feed from your friends and family. Is a very private place, but you still can advertise via the platform, so that you can actually drive more people to follow your WeChat account. But for our experience, we will suggest that unless that your brand or maybe your hotel group brand is already very established in China, otherwise WeChat will be a second platform that you need to go to if you want to promote in China, unless you have a mini program, okay, to let China people to book with you. So, but the cost of come up with a mini program is quite expensive. So we think that still, if you already have a booking platform, if you already have OTAs that you can do booking directly, we will suggest that going to Weibo is much faster, because you can drive the traffic from Weibo directly to your website or directly to OTA for booking. Okay, but still, if you already have a lot of fans, you're already very famous in Chinese people, in Chinese market, WeChat is a very good good places to go, because whenever they stay with you, they will definitely follow your WeChat account, and after that they will refer your WeChat account to the friends and family that wanted to go to their hotel as well. So this is actually a quite practical platform to look into. Okay, so we have a case study which is the university customers. Let's say that if you want to promote the wedding package in your hotel, okay, for WeChat is a very, very good platform to go to compared to Weibo. If let's say that you want to look at the wedding packages that you want to promote, because when you want to promote wedding package, you want them to fill in information for you. It's not driving them to the website, but leave their information, their telephone number, their WeChat ID to you for you to follow up what kind of wedding that they are looking into. So for this kind of advertisement, it is much more suitable that you run in WeChat, because in WeChat, they are more willing to leave their information to you. So we have this client, which is a university. They have been running the advertisement since early of August, because currently for all the universities, they are not allowed to go to China to get students. That's why they run the advertisement in WeChat, and apparently they got more than 100 inquiries in 2 weeks as well. Okay, so this is the potential that if you want to promote your wedding packages, we would suggest that you can go for WeChat, put a lot of nice photo that about your wedding packages in your WeChat account, and then use this lead forms to bring them in to ask about the wedding packages that you want to promote to them. Okay. So third, market via TikTok and Xiaohongshu. We know that currently a lot of our clients are starting to ask about, I know that now TikTok is very popular. Now Xiaohongshu is very popular. So should I need to open an account in TikTok or Xiaohongshu so that I can reach the target of people? But for our suggestions, you can see that, right? TikTok and Xiaohongshu is actually a best platform for you to plant grass and stimulate interest, but it's not for booking, it's not for direct communication. So basically, what the people or the China users look for TikTok, basically when they go there, they look at people vlogs, okay, and they look at the travel logs, or maybe the travel video of very famous people like the influencers or the users that other people share about the videos. But normally, if let's say that your brand have your own TikTok, they not really want to follow, because if let's say that I am the users of TikTok, I wouldn't want to know the daily videos that you have. But instead of that, I want to follow these people because they will have a lot of different life experience, and because I like these people, I will see all the videos that they deliver. Okay. In the Xiaohongshu, it's the same thing as well. It is mainly, if let's say that TikTok is promoting via video, Xiaohongshu is mainly to promote via images. Okay, so we can use a lot of attractive images to push people to book the hotel and also to introduce the brand to them. But it's the same thing as well. Normally, the people that actually follow TikTok and follow Xiaohongshu, the main people that they will follow is influencers or users. So what our agency will suggest is, do not open your own TikTok and Xiaohongshu right now. Work with the key influencers in TikTok and Xiaohongshu. Let them to promote the hotel, let them promote your mall, let them to promote your attractions for you, but not to come up with your own account. Because when you have your own account, maybe you will have 2 or 3 very interesting videos, but you're not gonna to deliver the videos every day. So it will give you a lot of burden, and it will make you a lot of job to do, but maybe you cannot get the results that you want. But if let's say that you work together with the key influencers, basically you can get a very good results within a very short time of period. Okay. So lastly, very important, to target Chinese users in your own country, this is what I have been sharing right now. Basically, I think all of you here, you already have your Facebook and IG. But mainly, your Facebook and IG is using English or maybe using your local languages to promote to the users in your country. But what we would suggest that if you want to target the Chinese users in your own country, we could help you to come up with the Mandarin posts. The post is Mandarin, the content in Mandarin. So you can use the Facebook dark post to advertise to Mandarin users in your country. So how is it do is, whenever they see the ads, they will see it in Mandarin. It's very friendly to them. It's Chinese, so they can understand your content very well, and you can drive them to website, or maybe you can drive them to OTAs to do the booking. But then when they go to your Facebook, it's still in the local languages or in English. It does not affect your whole appearance or your whole ways to view the account. Okay, so the Mandarin will be only appear as advertisement. This is proved very useful for our clients, because when they want to target Mandarin users or Chinese users, they do not have the specialists to write the content with them. So this is where we are. We help you to write the content. You can do your own advertisement to Chinese users in your country and drive them to book with you directly. Okay. So you can see that those are the Facebook posts that have been running the content in Mandarin in China, in Facebook. You can see that normally they will get a lot of results as well. Because for Chinese, we really like to travel, and we're always looking for new places to go. And we're looking for a new reasons to go travel as well. So whenever we do the posting and everything, you can see that at the below there, for a very nice photo, and we are recommending the Vietnam Nice Hotel, it can easily get 3.9K of shares. And then also that even that we only introduce a restaurant, it can go up to 600 shares as well. And those are the Chinese in your country that maybe you haven't target, but is one of your main target that you should go for. So let's say if this is one thing that we can offer, we can write the content for you to advertise using your own account. Or even if you think that, okay, I want to target a Chinese in my country, but I don't want to use my own account, what can I do? We actually have our own account called S.E.A. Okay, so we have a very quite a lot of fans in Facebook, in Weibo, in WeChat as well. So if you want to engage with our influencers, our own channel, to push your promotion posts to your brand and services to attract Chinese crowd, this is what we will suggest. You can share with us your videos or the images of your hotels. We can help you to come up with Chinese posts in Mandarin to write about the video's content, and also to write about the current promotion that you have, that you want to push the Chinese people in your country. And we could deliver to the Chinese users from Malaysia, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Singapore, China. There's a lot of countries that we have the fans base, okay? And of course, when we share this content in Facebook, because we are targeting the promotions for year end, right? Start from October maybe to end of December. Okay, for the domestic travel, the Chinese people in your country, we can also provide the tracking link for your booking. So it means that, let's say that you want to drive them to your official website to do the booking, you can either give us a promo code or even give us your website, and we change them into tracking link, and to see how workable is the post for you. Okay. And in COG, we also covers a lot of main channels. So let's say that if you have videos, okay, we can help you to share the content via Weibo, WeChat, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. But let's say that you only have images to share with us, we can help you to share via Weibo and Facebook. So basically, if you want to target the people already in your country, speaking Chinese, but you do not want to use your own digital assets, you don't want to use your Facebook, you can always use our channel, and we are very welcome you to work with us. With a very limited budget, you can actually reach the Chinese in your country and promote your hotel and the promotions that you have to them, and track the results as well. Okay. So basically, those are the platforms that I will introduce. So we actually have been working with a hotel before, which is Venabel Koh Samui. Okay, we actually help them to take a video, a very nice video, a 3 minutes video. So if you need the video, kindly, like just raise your hand. Can you, if you want to look at the video link, it's a Chinese video though, but if you want to have a look on how our team actually shoot the video for the hotel, please raise your hand. I'll have a look, and then I'll ask my team to share the video links to you, so you can know how the video will look like. It is a very nice video within 3 minutes, but we shoot it, we give the idea and everything. Oh, okay, I can see. Okay, actually is quite a lot of people want that. So maybe I will, after this webinar, I will share the link in email to all of you, so that you can have a look in the videos. Okay, thanks for all. We have been screenshot the people that won the videos, and we'll share with you after the webinars. And so we take a video for them, and then also that we help them to post in this is Facebook, and this is Weibo. Okay, so basically you can see that in Facebook we have about 300 shares. It's not that much, but in Weibo we also have around 500 shares. Okay, so this are the results that we help them to shoot the videos, and we also help them to promote. So it can actually attract the people in Thailand, the Chinese people in Thailand, to book directly with them. Okay, this is one of the way that you can use different channels to target different people. Okay, but of course, if let's say that we are coming out with a promotion package now, we couldn't go to shoot in your country right now, but we always can do the shooting in 2021. So this is just for your reference. So until here, okay, we're gonna do end to the summary very fast. So now maybe I will go to answer some of the questionnaire first. Okay. So first question that I have is, I would like to get a good sale for Chinese market, but I did not know Chinese is my big problem. Anything you can deal with it? Okay, so for this question, I think we can answer you very well, because we are here. What our company basically do is we can help you to get appearance and do marketing all in Chinese, and we have a full force that help you to do all the Mandarin related things. Let's say to open an account, to come up with a Chinese account name, to write a daily Chinese content. Let's say that in future, every day you have posting in Facebook, right? We'll help you to translate the content and also to post it in Weibo. And also our editor team will come up with our own content which China people will interested to see, and we will post it in your content, post it in your account. And also whenever the users come to ask us questions, your fans want to ask a question like where to book, how to book, what kind of promotion that you have, we have one editor specific for your account to answer all kind of questions in Mandarin for you. So that for this part, you no need to worry anything from handling the account to write the content until to answer the user's question. We all handle one in one house for you. So that means that for this full force, the only thing that you need to give us is your KPI and also the things that you want to reach or achieve in the time frame, and we'll help you to come up with a customized plan, the promotions that you need to do, and then also the campaign that you can run within this time period to reach your marketing objective. So this is our company and our team can help you to do. So you no need to worry. You can provide us the information in English, and we always to help you to translate in Mandarin and help you to do the whole handling for the account. Okay, the second thing is, the second question is, how do we register Weibo accounts? Is there any cost? Yes, to actually register a Weibo, no matter you go for a Weibo official account or WeChat official account, there's always a cost that we incurred. So for Weibo, to apply for one official account, the cost will be 1,000 USD, but it's lifetime. Means that you only need to pay the 1,000 USD one time, and in the future, the Weibo account is all yours. Okay, so in later we'll be sharing a promotion price for this Weibo official account as well. So if you would like to open an account but you want to save some money, you can stay tuned. Very fast, I will go to the promotion rate card. Okay. So third, how can I increase the numbers of fans in Weibo? Okay, so to increase the number of fans in Weibo, there's two very important things. The one is we grow the fans organically. How that we can increase the fans organically, which is you write a lot. Besides, because in Facebook, right, normally we will write the content. It's all about our hotel. Okay, like you know, the promotion that we have today, the safety procedure that we have today, the weather today, you know, it's all about our own hotel. But in Weibo, the content strategy will be a little bit different. You need to write a lot of let's say that if you're a hotel in Malaysia, you need to write a lot of Malaysia related content, because in Weibo the users can search you by the keywords. Means that there's a lot of users that search for Malaysia every day. There's a lot of users search for Bangkok every day. There's a lot of users search for Bali every day. There's a lot of users search for Siem Reap every day. There's a lot of users search for Cebu every day. So if let's say that in your content, you certain come up with those kind of keywords, it will help you to increase the number of fans organically, because when they find the content, they find the keywords, they can find you. Okay, this is organically. So you no need to pay any money, just very hardworking on come up the content every day with your own country, the food that is very popular in your country, and also the flight information of your country today. Okay, everything about your country, any good news, any highlight news of your country today. If you share more about this, more people can find you organically. Okay. Secondly is by paid ads. So paid ads is just like Facebook ads. You can always run advertisement, run your promotion post to get more fans to follow you in Weibo as well. So basically it's two types, organic and paid. Okay. So there's one more. We will send the video to every participants. Yes, we will actually upload our videos onto YouTube, and we'll share all the participants the video link, so you can have a look at the video link as well. At the same time, we will be, because we were having a very exclusive promotions for today. So let's say that if you want to engage us, you know, to know more about the promotions that we have, so you can actually come to reply the email, or maybe to contact the email address that we put inside the apps, inside the email, so that you can contact us very easily. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, I can see. So is there anything that I miss as well? Okay, I think yeah, I think I have been answered all the questions. So now we can go to the summary part today. I know that you have been with me for 1.5 hours. I hope that today you really feel something informational, and you can get quite a lot of information that you're looking to, and keep positive to the tourism bounce back. Okay, but before that, I promote that, go to the promotion that I'm going to give today. Now I'm going to give some summary. So the summary in my slides today, which are about 1.5 hours, there are some things that key points for Chinese market in 2021, which we think that if you want to really, you know, build your brands, increase sales for Chinese market in the next year, what thing that you can do? Firstly, time to focus on FIT market. Okay, FIT, very, very important. I would say 3 times is really important. Time to focus on FIT, time to go online, time to digitalize yourself. Okay, because when you go to FIT, the more revenue that you can get, the more sales that you can get in the long run, and also it helps to build the brand to be more friendly. Okay, so this is the main market. Secondly, engage digital assets to reach Chinese market directly. Okay, do not only do KOLs, do not only do, you know, like influencers, but have your own digital assets. Because what we say that Weibo and WeChat, we know that there's a lot of people there. Weibo have about 500 million of registered users. Okay, WeChat have 900 million. But all of this is a public traffic. It's not the traffic people that know about your brand. So if you have a digital assets your own, you can always drive the fans and followers to your own digital assets, to your own channel. Make them your personal assets, but it's not the public assets for Weibo and WeChat, right? So it's time to have your own digital, and then whenever you can put your QR code or maybe your official account name in your hotel, in your malls, and in your attractions, to let people know that you already have the digital assets. Make them your personal assets, but not just using them as public. Okay. Thirdly, innovation. Innovation, we say that is online. You know that there's a lot of 5-star hotel here today that join us, also some malls. Okay, but what I think is when you do online, always remember that social media is about communication. Okay, we are not only elegant, we are not only luxury, but in social media, what we do is we are not only delivering message to people, and I don't care what people react to me. I actually want to encourage more people to engage with me. That's why your content need to be interesting, it's very useful, okay, or it's very relevant to your users. So it makes people feel like, I want to engage to you. I like your brand, not just because you're elegant, not just because you're luxury, it's because you care about me. You care about all the fans and all the customers that you have. And this is what makes your brand special to people. So whenever you do online, don't just you know, use the content that you always use in website, but do it more lively. Do it like you speaking to me. Okay, it will feel more human touch in there. And innovation in offline means that you can do a lot of Instagrammable spot in your location, in your hotels, in your malls, in your shop, you know, like make the people want to go to take photos. And whenever they take photos, there's a very big chance that they will, you know, like share the photos on social media. This is very important as well, because if you want to build the brand name, besides that you paid for it, you can also do it organically. But how can you encourage people to share the photos and share the experience on their social media? It's basically how interesting your hotel is. It's basically about how interesting your location is, your destination is. So it's very important. You can, if you want to look at some of the examples, maybe you can go to have a look at Bali Malaysia Bali is one of our clients. I think they do a very pretty great job. Okay, they have a swing in their hotel. They make the pool very flowery. Okay, every month maybe they have different flowers. Okay, they put a lot of hotels, very nice spots in hotels everywhere, so that you can take a lot of photos. For girls, basically from the time that they get into the lobby until they go to the beach, every place they can take a lot of photos. And that definitely, if they share one or two, there's Malaysia Bali brand sharing there. So this is one of the examples that we can share. The innovation is not just about online, but offline, on ground, in your hotel, in your destination as well. The third is visibility. Try to increase your own visibility, because currently it's about who appears the most, who can get the market share the most. You can see that why certain hotels have a lot of booking. Not because they have a very good review in Agoda or Booking.com. Mainly it's because a lot of people share about them on social media. Okay, let's say there's in Malaysia, there's a hotel called the Face Suites. The main target of the main thing about this hotel is he's not that good reviews, or maybe there's not just normal reviews in Booking.com or in, but the main thing that they share on social media is because they have an infinity pool facing to KLCC, okay, which is the twin tower in Malaysia. That they go there, they take photos, and there's a lot of influencers and take photos within the location. And after that, because the visibility, it makes the face suites more and more popular right now. So this is how that you can run. It is not only like, do the generic marketing instance, but you can engage with a lot of third party, help you to promote it out and make more people know about you. Okay. Third one, create the Mandarin content to cater the market. This is have a point. Remember, do not do Google Translate. Okay, we have a lot of client that has been facing a lot of problem because they simply go to Google. Okay, because we know that a lot of you do not know Mandarin, right? And then they will take the English content, okay, post it in Google Translate and come up with the Chinese content and then post online. But basically, this kind of content, even Chinese people, myself, when I read it, I couldn't understand. I don't understand what it says. So basically, what I would suggest you, if you really want to come up with a Mandarin content, because since Chinese market is so important to you, prepare some of the budget to come up, to look for an agency to help you to write the Mandarin content that suit for your company. So once you use the once you use the Mandarin content, right, you can make sure that the Mandarin people, the Chinese people, can understand. Okay, it is not a big cost. Maybe I think each time when you want to come up with a content, maybe it's 100 or maybe a few hundred. But it is worth so much because the Chinese people will feel that you care to them, and then most importantly, they understand what you are saying. Okay, so this is very important because the sincerity makes your brand goes further. Okay, so Mandarin content, very important. And for now, this is for 2021, but for now, what can you do? And first, create Mandarin posts or Facebook ads to target Chinese in your country. This is what we suggest, that from now, October to December, before your country border is open, what things that you can do. But of course, at the same time, you can start to plan for the top 5 points that we are giving the summary to. Okay. Secondly, engage with local influencers to promote your brand to local market. But of course, if you know more about the Chinese influences in your country, that is more welcome, because if let's say that Chinese market is really your market, some Chinese influencers is the time that you invited them over to share some content as well. Third, to run pre-promotions to lock down Chinese travel budget for 2031. So we said that there's never too late to run marketing. So if let's say that now is already Q4 in 2020, right? So there's only 3 months left. So normally for China users, they want to go overseas, they will book the hotels 2 months before they want to book hotel, before they want to do the travel, especially when there's a peak season. Let's say that next year Chinese New Year is in February, right? So in February, if you want to target them, it's best that you start target them in December or in November, even earlier. So if you start to ready to prep up yourself, start to do some pre-promotions, for next year Chinese New Year, what kind of promotion you can get. Or maybe if you don't want to fix a time frame, I am giving a very special promotion for you in 2021. Just buy a cash voucher or buy a room voucher from me, and I will make sure that you can get the rooms in 2021. Okay, so this is how you can, actually convert the sales before even the border is open. Because with a very good bargain, China people are willing to invest much more earlier than you think. So in the last quarter of 2020, if you're foreseeing 2021 is a very good time for China to bounce back to your country, it's time to run some promotions for them to go to your hotel in next year. Okay.